One last final for the rest of the year. Not again until 2016 will we get to see this particular value. I know,
sounds like a
crazy
date out of a science fiction novel.
It does. I mean, it's like the Jetsons, right? Weren't the Jetsons like 2020 or something?
How are we living in 2050?
I'm telling you.
It is pretty amazing.
It is amazing. But here, the story is you will not see this again as a today's special until 2016. So let me show you what the choices are real quick. This has been such an incredible today's special. We would be virtually sold out if Andrew were not the manufacturer.
Not virtually.
These would be gone. We would be song and dancing it out here.
Exactly. It would be a song and dance number.
Fortunately, Andrew is the manufacturer. He is able to make more. And isn't that a good feeling? Your vitamins are fresh off the presses here. Nothing's sitting around on shelves. Everything is brand spanking new and fresh. And again, at their absolute optimum levels for results. 60, 180, 360, 720. Those are the singles of the Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails. This is what we all take. I mean, not we all, but most of us do. I mean, when you see this clicker at 43,000 spoken for, of that number, the vast majority of people are reordering. They're restocking their Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails.
And actually, if you consider that much of those are the bundles,
exactly,
at the counter would really be something like 60,000.
Yeah, I'm going to find out what's left in this big bundle down here. A lot of us went here.
Oh, there's about 1,000.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Yeah. There's only 1,000 in the large bundle. There's less than that.
Because when we came on the air, there were 5,000 of those.
Yeah, and there's only about, and then you have to remember when this show ends, we still are here for a little while till midnight.
You're right.
So there won't be any left.
You're right. So if you want this big bundle, the 720 Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails, that's basically a 1-year supply of the most incredible beauty products. So you get the big bottle. Remember, the big bottle of Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails is a $221 value. So you get the big bottle of Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails, and then you get this. This is an $89 value. This is $89.90 on its own.
So that would be $315.
Exactly.
But I think what's a great on its own, if all you want is the Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails,
yeah, either way.
Normally when that's ordered or reordered, it would be about a $221
That's
value.
Right.
So today
I don't think you normally carry the 720, right?
No, the 500 capsule supply. The 500 capsule supply, I think the normal price on that is $130 or $140. So today you're getting 720 capsules for a fraction of that price. So just the Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails on its own, it's a product that has in the beauty arena that has no comparison, no peer. It's actually not fair to compare it to any other beauty product because every other beauty product is simply it's like
at a disadvantage.
Yeah, it's working on something after the fact. This is the only one that works on those tissues when they're being created. It's the only time you have an opportunity to make a difference. After that, you're kind of just treading water. You're making up for things that are already sort of cast in stone. You're putting makeup on to cover up something that wasn't necessarily made in the fashion you want. But now you have an opportunity with a product that's truly designed not to just give you biotin, but give you biotin in a form that's bioavailable, that will go to work inside your body, that has all the other nutrients required for it to deliver its best benefits. And there's no other product in the market that is a product like Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails that has its reviews, that has its longevity, its experience. And I think that's what could, if you've never tried it, should encourage you to try it, because the product has been around for almost 20 years, and if you look at the reviews, they're about 90% or so positive reviews.
That's right. By the way, if you are ordering one of the big bundles or one of the larger bottles, the 360 or 720, you're also going to get some of Andrew's tea. His tea is the best. I love Andrew's teas. You're going to get to try 3 flavors of the tea, and you're getting 2 packets of each of those. So that is also included. You'll also get a 20% off coupon in the box you can use during the month of August to get extra savings on any of Andrew's products as well. So there's a lot of reasons to say yes to this. You're getting tea included. If you're getting the big bundle, I've been really considering. I've been really curious about the marine collagen peptides. I've been wanting to try it.
A new
so
product.
I'm excited because now today I'm like many of you, I am absolutely ordering it because the value is exceptional for what you're getting. And by the way, I'm going to just make a little tea here while we're talking. If you use express ordering and if you call us right now, this is your one last final opportunity to get a product that in one capsule, 2 capsules a day. I only take 1 a day, but I share it with my husband, so that 720 is going to last us a year, which is great, unless he decides he wants to start taking 2 a day, and then we're going to run out early. But the bottom line is, if you get that 720, that's going to last you a year. It is truly the most economical beauty product on the market. And hey, listen, we all love beauty. We love our beauty products. I'm not giving up my favorite beauty products, but the truth is, your beauty products will work better. Your cosmetics will look better. They will go on better when your skin looks better. Your nails are going to just look better. If you're trying to grow out your nails, if your nails are always breaking, your nails are going to be stronger. Your hair is going to look better, whether you want to grow out your hair. It's fun. With healthy hair, skin, and nails, what a lot of us find is you can cut your hair, it grows. My hair grows like a weed. I can't believe how fast my hair grows, and my nails. But it's great. It's like a good problem to have. And I think for all of us, we just love it. Our hairdressers notice a difference. Our hairdressers constantly compliment us and say, wow, your hair looks healthy, your hair looks great, what are you doing? It's non-discriminatory, doesn't matter your age, if you're 20-something, if you're 90-something. Doesn't matter your nationality, it works for everybody. All different nationalities, it doesn't matter. It works for men, works for women. So that's what's great about it. It's a beauty product that we can all expect results. Every single one of us can expect great results with healthy hair, skin, and nails.
So what I might do is read some reviews. I didn't really read that many reviews, and again, I really encourage you to go to hsn.com. I could talk about the science on biotin and how dermatologists will recommend biotin for dry, brittle, cracked nails, for dry skin or cracked skin or trouble growing out hair, that biotin is really the go-to nutrient. But it's more than biotin. Biotin cannot do that work on its own, and if you study the biochemistry of how it works, you need to deliver a comprehensive formula, and that's what we've done. It's a comprehensive formula. It's literally like a multivitamin in many respects. But I'll read some reviews because I think more than how much I can talk about the difference how different this is from other typical beauty products, and how if you're investing in other beauty products, this is really the foundation, that you can't expect a beauty product that you're putting on the outside of your body to do its very best unless you deliver the healthiest hair, skin, and nails possible. And also, as long as you're investing on the outside of your body, why not invest pennies on the inside where you can make a profound difference? And that's what the reviews will tell you. And if we read some of these here,
great.
Fabulous. I wish I could be on the show so that I could express how much this product has helped my hair and skin. I went through a period where my hair started falling out so much that after each bath, I had to clean my drain out. I would just cry because it was awful. Well, here we are in February. I purchased this product in December and have taken it faithfully as directed. Wow, no more hair in the drain. I am so excited.
That's a great review.
That's what I'm telling you. So many of these reviews
gosh.
It's people sharing emotions.
Well,
it's
you know,
not,
our hair is our crowning glory.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just, it's really stressful when your hair starts thinning, you get bald spots, your hair starts falling out. It really, it's tough. It's very stressful.
No, it can affect some people. It might not affect other people. It can affect profoundly. But either way, we'd like to do the very best we can. And as long as we're making the investment we make on the outside of our body, it's just common sense to make it on the inside of the body, because that's where we can make the difference. On the outside, we're covering things up. On the inside is where sort of all the, so to speak, damage is occurring, whether it might be stress or hormonal issues, or whether it might be medicines we're taking or the consequences of poor diet. Those are things that affect the hair, skin, and nails because they're affecting us the inside of the body, where the skin, hair, and nails are being made on the inside of our body. So if we're going to make a difference and have an opportunity to improve those things, we have to go to the source, which is the inside of the body. The things we slather on the outside of the body, they might affect the appearance on the outside, but they don't change anything where those tissues are being made. This does, at the inside, at the source.
Indeed.
It works. My nails were destroyed after a bad gel polish. I could not get them back. After about a month of using this product, they are stronger than ever. And my hair has been growing and growing. I'm so pleased. I just bought the big bottle. It really works. Got more than I expected. I bought these about 3 months ago because my nails were so brittle and constantly splitting and peeling. This took care of that. My nails are so much healthier, and I'm not ashamed to show them. And then I got the added bonus of a much healthier head of hair. My hairdresser can't get over the change in my scalp. It's healthier and the dry, flaky spots are gone. I'm losing hardly any hair when I brush it. So many benefits. I can't get over the changes. By the way, this is my first review ever.
Wow, very nice.
Love. You see, you read the word love in these reviews over and over and over. It's the first time in 20 years my nails have grown without breaking or splitting. We read that all the time, that people have gone a lifetime without having nails that they could grow out. And the amazing thing is that I only took this for 1 month. I just reordered. My skin is glowing, nails are long and strong. And although I can't tell yet if my hair is growing, it is so shiny. I love this stuff. Finally, something that actually works. Yes. That's great. Best beauty secret. Andrew Lessman's vitamins are the best. My nails are strong, grow long, look healthy, and I get so many compliments. This was the first product in the Andrew Lessman vitamin line that I tried, and it made a believer out of me. I even see an improvement in my hair. I had so much trouble, and now it is growing and looks fuller and healthier. Thank you, Andrew. I now take several others of your vitamins as well. That's from Tanya.
These are
DC.
so great.
Oh, I was going to say not dozens. There's thousands. I love you, Andrew.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. I was really struggling with my hair being dry and brittle, and my skin was rough and dry. But since I started taking these capsules, I no longer have dry, brittle hair, and my skin is better than it was when I was 20. My hair has length and shine. My nails are so healthy and white. I'm constantly getting compliments on how strong and healthy my nails look. By the way, to all my sisters of color, this product will work for you. Give it a try. Thanks, Andrew, for an amazing product.
What a nice review. Cheapers.
Beauty is right around the corner. This product is a godsend. My skin, even after being in the sun most of my life, is glowing. My nails are growing so quickly that I have to get a manicure a full week earlier than before. And my nails are now no longer paper thin, but very strong. The best part is my hair. I have blonde hair, which is very hard to get shiny and thick. However, my hair is now both. I constantly touch it, as I cannot believe the new silky texture and thickness. I actually recently won a contest with a leading soap manufacturer to have my headshot on the huge screen at Times Square.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you, Andrew. I think I owe you a commission.
Oh, that's cute.
That's fantastic. I never read that.
These are amazing.
I'll read one more.
Oh,
love, love, love this product. And there's so many, we see the word over love, godsend, amazing. This product is the best. I wish I could give it a 10 out of 10. The thinning areas of both my hair and my husband's hair are filling in with new growth. Slowly but surely, our skin is radiant. Ridges that were on my fingernails have almost disappeared. I've been using this product for approximately 1.5 years and have no plans to stop using it.
So great.
And it's fascinating. I was saying before, I think the average person over the age of 50 takes several medications. I think the average person over the age of 30 or 35 takes at least 1 or 2 prescription medications. They affect the growth of our hair, skin, and nails. And then, if we have issues with our hair, skin, or nails, we immediately think the way to go is with prescriptions or things like that, which certainly you always must follow your doctor's orders. But just as I talk about glucosamine and chondroitin when I talk about our joints, as we get older, none of us are going to have perfect joints, but we're not relying on glucosamine and chondroitin as a drug. We're relying on it to give the raw materials that our body needs to maintain challenged joint tissue. As we get older, our skin, hair, and nails are challenged. The largest organ system in our body is our hair, skin, and nails, the integumentary system. It is on the outside of the body, dealing with the outside world. It never, ever stops growing. So not only do we have to maintain it, we have to fuel its growth. To think that as we get older, that we shouldn't think any issues we might have with those tissues are telling us that we need to give it a little help or a little support and not look for the answer on the outside to cover it up. The answer is always found on the inside. Just as the source of the problem is on the inside, the solution lies on the inside as well.
One thing I want to mention real quickly, Stephen's just updating us. If you want the 720 cap supply, the Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails, we have fewer than 1,000 left. If you want the big bundle, the 720, where you get the 720 caps and the 120 servings of the marine collagen peptides, we are down to 800 only. 800 of this, fewer than 1,000 of the 720. Those two are almost gone. And remember, the entire offer expires at midnight. This show is over in a few minutes. We will not offer this as a today's special again for an entire year. So if you've ever been wanting to try Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails, you're hearing a handful of the reviews. There are thousands like that on hsn.com. Men love this, women love this, it works. It's one of the top rated beauty products we've ever sold on HSN. It's hard to get a lot of people, thousands of people, to agree. I mean, I don't know how many beauty creams or beauty serums have thousands of people giving it a perfect 5-star review. It's pretty remarkable, I have to say.
I've gone online and tried to find products with just this many reviews, period.
Right.
And you just don't find this kind of enthusiasm and unanimity. And the best part about the reviews aren't the stars, the fact that, you know, that the reviews are so high percentage positive. What you're seeing is you read these reviews. I tend to work too many hours, but the most inspiring thing for me, what I'll just do is I go to hsn.com and I start reading reviews on this product or on circulation vein support or on our omega-3s or on Ultimate Eye, and you read these reviews that are very powerful emotional statements of how the product has transformed people's lives. Literally, the phrase used all the time is changed people's lives. I would imagine in those close to 40,000 reviews of my products, I would probably see the word love probably 5,000 times. Best 5,000 times. Godsend, miracle, amazing. These are the descriptions, I think, not because my products are miracles, but because I think folks have been so discouraged by nutritional supplements that aren't designed to work. They're just designed to sell. My product is really designed to work. And if you've followed me over the years, you know if I make a product that doesn't get good reviews, I make it go away. I stop. I don't even care if it will still sell. I only want to make a product that's going to deliver benefits and going to be something that is hopefully going to get reviews that say, changed your life. That's the entire intent, to make products that aren't like anyone else's products. And you will not find another product like this in terms of this kind of product anywhere in any retail store that I'm aware of, anywhere, period. Not even on the internet.
And I mean, isn't that encouraging? Isn't that refreshing to hear that? I think that is why we all love this product line so much. And this particular, because it's a beauty product, because you're going to see a difference, because when you take it, you're going to be looking, is my hair different? How are my nails doing? Do I notice a difference in my skin? You will see a measurable difference. And if not, you can always return it. You get a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. But we are so confident it would not be Andrew's top reorder product. One more thing I should mention real quick before we're out of time completely, is that Andrew's generosity is overwhelming. When you order a bottle of vitamins from Andrew Lessman, a bottle of the Today's Special, Andrew's going to be donating bottles of vitamins to Vitamin Angels, an organization that gets prenatal vitamins in the hands of expectant mothers all over the world. And do you know that we are close to 20 million bottles donated to moms, expectant mothers all over the world, thanks to your generosity and thanks to our customers who are buying these products.
I think we're getting close to something like 2 million years. We're going to do the math. 2 million person years of prenatal vitamins. And this Today's Special alone, because every bottle we're donating 2, on the bundles we're donating 4. So I think we're going to be donating close to 140,000 bottles from the Today's Special.
Cheapers.
Other things that have been purchased during the day, we're probably close to 200,000 bottles. But it's not just good enough for me to make the best vitamins of their kind in the world. I want to make sure we do it responsibly and ethically. So that means that we make our products entirely using solar energy. So we are not burning any fossil fuel. That facility has 0 carbon footprint. Zero carbon footprint.
That was a real commitment to put those solar panels up like that.
And originally, those first solar panels up there were done more than a decade ago. So we did it long before people were talking about global warming. So it's a huge economic commitment, but in the long run, it turned out to be economically sound and certainly environmentally and ecologically sound, we also make sure that we neutralize the carbon footprint on all our shipments. I bought clear-cut forests that were destroyed land, and we've planted new trees on these forests. And those trees neutralize the carbon footprint on all our shipments. And of course, we donate the prenatal vitamins. So my goal is to go about the work that we do, delivering you the best vitamins in the world that are 100% pure, no additives, and to not in any other way assault our planet, to make sure that we do it in a way that delivers you benefits without any burden to the planet at all.
That's it. And I know, Andrew, this is the final few minutes of the show. Andrew will be back next weekend. Are you going to go see Link in between this?
I will not get to see Link in between, so I'll be gone from Link for about
there he
about
is.
10 days from the little man. So yeah, he's my little guy, and that's what when we do, we'll try to do some digital broadcasts on HSN.com, or I'll answer questions.
Oh my goodness, he is the cutest thing.
He's a funny little guy. I think we have some video of him in the hallway, and that's at ProCaps Labs. So him chasing his ball in the hallway.
Oh, he's so. Andrew showed me the cutest video of him swimming.
Oh,
fetching in the pool.
He loves to swim, and he's very smart. If he goes in the ocean, he's looking at the camera. If he goes in the ocean, he'll look back at me. If he can't see where the ball is, he'll look back at me. And if I point, if I say left, right, or if I point, or if I say behind you or in front of you, he knows what all of that means. He knows the names of his toys. He's a smart little guy.
He is a smart little guy.
And interestingly enough, biotin and some of the original research on biotin involved animals, especially hoofed animals, horses, because think about the hoof is a critical structure to a horse and its health, and that hoof structure is similar to nail structure in humans, and biotin is incredibly important, as is MSM, incredibly important. Those are the two key ingredients in healthy hair, skin, and nails that we enjoy.
Okay, hats off for that. Was a great segue.
Yes.
Somehow we went from Link to horse hooves.
It's just more of the random information that I tend to know.
It's outstanding. All right, we are almost out of time. We're delighted you're calling in to order this. We will take your orders until midnight tonight, when the entire offer will expire. Right now, we have a couple hundred bottles left in the large 720, which a lot of you have ordered today, and a lot of you are still choosing that big bundle, too.
And this is the last of the last. We've gone through our last capsules, so we have probably a few more bottles we'll be able to load into the 720 bundle and the 720 size, but they're down to their last few hundred. I think we've already loaded 6, 7, 8 million additional capsules over the course of the day. But it's just another wonderful, unexpected day. The best part that will probably be unexpected for those of you trying this for the first time will be your benefits, because I think most of you are like me. You're kind of skeptical, and especially the more other people might enjoy something. It's, what is it? Missouri is the show me state. Yeah, I like something to be proven to me. So this is a product.
Little bit of a doubting Thomas in all of us, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's part of the scientist in me, that I need to see the actual proof. And with the bundles, the marine collagen peptides, Muriel and I just put it. We have a smoothie usually at least once or twice a day, a small either fruit or vegetable smoothie. Put a scoop of it in there, you won't notice the taste at all. You can even mix it with yogurt. You can mix it with oatmeal or oat bran. It's totally neutral. And you start off with 1 or 2 scoops of that, 1 or 2 capsules of healthy hair, skin, and nails. Because remember, as much as we keep lavishing praise on this product, as much as we keep talking about the reviews, it still is a little bit more than a dime a capsule. So it's unbelievably affordable. So, and in 2 capsules a day, it's still just a little bit more than 20 cents a capsule. So that large 720 count is a 1 or 2 year supply. So it might be a 3 flex on that. So that's 3 months that you get to pay for it, but it's lasting you 1 or 2 years.
Yeah. So, and as long as you keep it in a cool, dry place, when you store these.